Right, Saturday morning, we have just travelled down to Wales. So we're at the start of the Strata Florida. We're staying at this AirBNB Black Lion, which is actually really well located right next to the Abbey, which is at one end of the Strata Florida. So we are taking the Freelander 2. It's released from captivity. So this is the one we bought crash damaged. We fixed it up. We've done a couple of off-roading. We're trying to get a bit better at the Freelander 2. We've got distracted with that new Defender. Quick look around the car. What have we changed on the car? So we have we've done the video, we've put the suspension spacer blocks on. We've now put the steel wheels from an old Ford Cougar. Who doesn't love an old Cougar look? So we put the steel wheels on, and we have been given, I must declare this, some tyres from Davanti. So they said, Simon, we see you do a bit with the Land Rovers and you keep having problems with the tyres, and every time we go off-roading we seem to get a puncture. So they said, we will give you a set of these and test them. So we are got to try and puncture these today. And well, not, but because we're so paranoid about tyres now, check this out. So this is a new development we're working on. This is sort of version 3 prototype. Simple half roof rack for the Freelander 2. So let us know what you think about that. It mounts to the factory mounting points too. But what we've done is we've got some space saver spares, right? So we've actually got the full size spare in the boot, and we got the space savers. So not that I don't trust Davanti, it's just me and tyres haven't had a very loving relationship. So we've got that covered. We've got some recovery tracks. What else have we got on here? We've got we've got our Yeti cool box. We've got our Dubarry boots. We've got our wellies. We've got a truck of spares. Oh look, let's have a look. I took the air filter off because last time we went off-roading, I came back and the air filter was soaking. So I'd had a bit of a near miss. So, right, what other off-roady stuff have we got? That's about it, isn't it? Right, let's look under the bonnet of my air filter. Right, we're on it like a car bonnet, but this time we're a Starlink on it like a car bonnet. So we have got the Starlink Mini mounted on the bonnet of our Freelander 2. Now, people have got them mounted under the sunroofs, mounted on the dashboard, mounted on the roofs, but the roof I've discounted because if we're off-roading, it's going to get like lashed by branches and stuff. So I didn't fancy that idea. Sunroof discounted because we haven't got one. Where else would they mount them? The dashboard, I worry about airbags and all sorts of stuff. So we have mounted it here. Now, the Starlink Mini sets up a Wi-Fi network. And I think we get the Wi-Fi can go straight inside. Now, we're only halfway there. So this is an experimental, again, prototype. But I want to test this sort of half experimental thing here. And I also want to test how good the reception is, etc. Right, here we go. So this is my lash up with my air intake. So you can see here, instead of coming here, we've gone up to the top there. So the air intake on the Freelander 2 comes in quite low here, and this connection where it goes into this plastic pipe, you won't be able to see it, it's not that waterproof. It's all a bit, and then it sort of comes round here, up here, and the air intake is there, which is high enough, but it's all the bits that are in between that go lower that worry me. So we have bought this Ricer air intake with fake carbon effect. Not really the look I was going for, and we've used a bit of strap just to lash it up there. But you can see it's much higher than the air filter location. So without getting some crazy snorkel, I did think about drilling a hole in the bonnet. But anyway, right, we are going to go down to Strata Abbey. We're going to meet the West Wales laners. They're a mad bunch, and I'm sure they're going to try and get us in trouble today. Right, I'll meet you down at the Abbey. We are at the Strata Abbey car park, and we have got a collection of Land Rovers coming on adventure today. So we're going to do the Strata Florida. So we've got a forward control with a forward four-wheel drive number plate. We've got a Range Rover Classic. We've got a lightweight. We have got a Series 1 Land Rover. We've got a Defender. I don't know who invited the Toyota. It'd be funny if he breaks down after all the comments, won't it? But there you go. He's tagged along. We've got the Freelander 2, obviously. And then we've got, interestingly, the Evoque. So that is going to be interesting. Obviously, see how the Evoque and the Freelander do amongst these more established off-roaders. Right, look at the arse on that. Forward control. Right, so wagons roll. We got a convoy. So we've got the Evoque behind us. They've put age before beauty. So we've got all the old stuff at the front and the Evoque two-door coupe at the back. So we are just heading on to the Strata Florida. We've got the dash cam going. We might be able to put some footage up. We got a couple of rattly and whirry noises from the Freelander too, but we've got our Mantec guards on, so we are going to test our Mantec guards and see if our Starlink gets ripped off the bonnet. It's the welcome to the Strata Florida, which is, as you can see, it sets the tone. Now we haven't got low ratio in this. Now what have we got on here? We could, should we set it in? Let's set it in. What does that give us? That gives us muds and ruts. We've definitely got some ruts here, haven't we? Right, hold on, let's wait till they're out the way a bit. Right, here we go. Seemed to do it, a breeze, didn't it? Also, one thing we have done is we disconnected the rear anti-roll bar on this to give us a bit more articulation at the rear. Right, there you go, the Evoque's coming up behind us. Right, here we go. So I think go left a bit here. That seems to be the track through this one. I'm missing low ratio. Ooh, a big rock there. What do you reckon for that one? I reckon go right a bit. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Right, and I think we come out into the open at some point. Oh, what's the Evoque? What's the Evoque? Oh yeah. Don't get too close to that one. Right, these rocks look a bit like they're going to be ripping the insides off. I'm going to go over to the left, I think. Yeah, that was fine. Oh, he's a tight squeeze for that forward control, isn't he? Whoosh. Right, it's very atmospheric today. It's a little bit drizzly, very Welsh. So we're going up this here now, and this is where we had a puncture before. So you can see the stones are very sharp at the edge of the track. So let's see if we can do this without getting a puncture. I was going to catch the boys up. Right, interestingly, I just stopped there, turned the ignition off and checked all my wheel nuts are tight. Bit of precaution. And when I got back in and started it up, we're still in muds and ruts program. Now on the Defender, whenever you get out and stop and turn the ignition off, and you're in 4x4 whatever mode, muds and ruts, you get back in again, it's put you back into the normal comfort mode. So I'm happy with the Freelander for at least keeping it in that mode for a bit. Right, let's keep going. No problem. Oh, I can feel the hill descent control doing its thing. Right, we've got some water. We're not worried about this much though. This has been a lot deeper, hasn't it? Oh, and there's a rock.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Right in the middle there. Can't hear the bottom of my car. I can hear the water. Right, no problem. Right, see if we can get the Evoque coming through. No problems. Alright, another deep bit. Lots of rocks around and about. Oh, that's a big rock there. Oh, we grounded out there. Right, we've got a puncture, not on the Davantis, we've got a puncture on this one here. Right, ooh. So shit, that looks pretty grisly. Right, let's get one of the space savers. Luckily, Freelander is the same, so let's get one of these off and see how we look. Oh,
don't lose your nuts.
Oh, look at this, our new roof rack tested. Alright, let's have that. Whee.
I heard something a while back, but I just thought it was rock, you know.
Yeah, I could until you drove past and I could hear like that noise, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, because we were saying in the Defender, you got 2 tons, and when you go up and all your weight's on one sidewall, you got 2 tons on a sidewall.
Yeah.
But at least with these cars, you know, I was hoping it'd be better because it's only like, you know, a ton on a sidewall.
Yeah, you didn't get a punch on Spicy Lane, did you? Did you?
Yeah.
You did you?
Did.
Oh, right in the
And we went down Spicy Lane,
Yes, that's it.
and we had a punch, and you were like, "You coming back up again?" And I was like, "I've got no spare." I was like, so I bailed.
That's it.
So which,
Hey, you're well up now.
which do you reckon is the cheapest car on this run?
Do you want
As
this
in
one
the-
or you,
I reckon the
Yeah,
Freelander
quick one.
2,
Yeah, Freelander.
1,500 quid is probably
Yeah.
the least valuable car on this run.
Yeah. I'd say so. Yeah, the price of some of these series is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we might be able to get the compressor on it
Yeah.
Go back up again.
and go back up again.
Things are, if you do air down on like rocks like this, you are going to push the tire off the beads.
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't bother.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't bother.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't-
one
I
of
thought,
it's
no,
like
I'm
everything.
not
It's
bothered.
like, do I want
Yeah.
like the better ride quality, the better traction?
Yeah.
But then you're balancing that with the risk of.
I reckon 100 psi way forward.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
can air
You
down.
move.
And you can air
Could
down
be
a
the
bit.
move.
Yeah.
Well, it goes anywhere and everywhere, so it needs to be self-supported.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I've got all the gear, no idea. He's got all the gear and an idea. Right, let's give it a bit of a.
It's already seated.
Yeah, it is.
Seated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
100 psi way
Come on.
forward.
No, shut up. Yes.
Go
No, sorry,
down.
we've got
I'm not going to stand here because that's going to fling mud everywhere. When
The
it
frame will go large. The sidewall, which is what we've had, that has just
Okay.
ripped through.
Okay, I'll take that back, shall I?
Yeah.
That's not going to be any good to us now, is it?
No.
That's a brand new tyre, is it?
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
hardly done any miles
The
at all.
side, I mean, because some of these tyres have got Kevlar sidewalls,
Yes, yeah.
but we did on Spicy Lane, we did our Kevlar sidewall tyres, didn't help. Right, the space saver's a bit low on air. We'll put a bit more in it. This cheap compressor seems to be doing something. Caroline's just had an idea. She said it might be better on the rear because there's less weight on the rear. But they're off now. So they've unfortunately had to call it a day. They've got no spare. They've taken one of our spares, but that's fine. Right, off-roading, it's all about the tyres. Doesn't matter what gearbox, what traction control, what technology you got, all that is lush, but at the end of the day, it's the tyre on the ground. And at the moment, it's in Davanti we trust. If anyone's lost this, we've just found it on the track. We're going to take it home, but write to us if you're missing this. And extra points if you're not missing it, but can identify what car this is off. Tyres. Right, so here's the question. So we have got a full-size spare tyre. I don't think we had this discussion yet. Full-size spare tyre with an off-road tyre on, but it's 17-inch and we're not sure it would fit on those, and obviously I wanted to keep that. I've also got 2 space saver spare wheels. Now if it was you and it was this car that had the puncture, what would you put on? Would you put the space saver on so that you could then, if that got a puncture, you'd have the full-size one to drive home on the way for 2 hours? Or would you put the off-road one on to give you the best chance? I think we would put the off-road one on. But I don't know. Anyway, so we've sent him on his way, but we're now worried about the Haldex system and driving a car with one wheel that's slightly smaller. But he had 20-inch alloys. I think probably we've gone for steels on this car and on the Defender, and we've gone for the smallest steel wheel we can get with the biggest tyre, and I think that's generally good advice. But anyway, let's go on. Right, he's having some of the trees with him. I don't know if that tent on the back there is a good idea. He's taking it easy. Oh, he's that back end sliding. This guy's not phased though, is he?
No.
He's...
Whoa, that's tight.
Oh. But you see that tyre was on those rocks at the side. Yeah, because look at that tree. He knows what he's doing with that car.
It's Argo now.
It's Argo now. It's just those. You see these rocks at the side here? They're like that. I'm gonna stay away from that rock. Adam's doing a great job getting content, so make sure you watch Adam's video, because he gets out and he has to walk back to get in his car. So there we go. And I think he also spotted the flat tyre while he's doing his spotting there, so that's a good job. But we've got some big stones just in front there, so we're relying on the Mantex here. I think the trick is just to keep it slow. So good so far. There's some big ones there as well. Oh, and it dips on this side. This could test our underbody ground clearance. It's alright. Ooh, could feel it a bit. Right, this is the famous Strata Florida bomb hole. So you've got this massive dip here, and depending which way you come at it, you've either got this massive descent or a massive ascent. So you're as you go in, it's your approach angle is going to be the killer, grounding out on the bottom, and any control you've got. So there we go. So the famous bomb hole. So we've got a lineup of stuff. We're going to see what does the best in the bomb hole with the Freelander 2 at the back. Alright, here we go, some old series action. Woo! No problem. Let's see how the Toyota does. Hope he doesn't break down. Here he comes. Nice control. No problem. and ruts. We're doing the bomb hole so we can see the back of the forward control. Now that's pretty brave in the forward control. That's a brave move. So that, because that is quite high. So we've got hill descent control, but hill descent is quite fast. So there we go, he's got a lot of control on that. That doesn't look too bad, but this is really steep. It never looks that steep on the camera. And your approach and departure angles are the key here. So let's wait for him to get clear. So we've got everybody watching us now. Will the Freelander 2 do it? So let's go over and let's let it. Here goes. I'll have what control I can. There you go. And then up the hill. No bother, people nodding in appreciation. Freelander 2 love.